I dropped a video yesterday about the mentality and attitude of Africa, which is responsible for the backwardness of the African continent and the hardship that Africans and Nigerians are facing. One of my very good brother, Mr. Olumide, he's my very good friend, dropped this comment section that you're seeing on your screen. Now, I'm going to use an elder brother to me. His name is Mr. Refresh Nigeria. That's the name of his handle. Please, sir, please. This is not an attack on you. Please, Ejo. I just want to use your point to buttress what I said yesterday. Okay, so let's listen to what Refresh Nigeria said.
The primary problem, IMF and World Bank, they are the primary problem. And so they make it easy. It is so easy for stolen money from Nigeria to be stored in Europe and America. Even in China. Yet it is difficult for stolen American dollars or European pounds or European euros or UK pounds to be stored in Nigeria here because they forced us to create EFCC. And as they do that, they use the IMF, they use the CIA, they use all manner of international structures, IFC corporations, to make sure that only leaders that will loot are allowed into positions of power, only such leaders, so that they can continue to manipulate those leaders to continue to gain access to our resources. That's what they are doing. That's why we blame the IMF. It's not like we don't know that our leaders are looting. They are looting. But ask yourself, who makes them loot? Who allows them to loot?
Let's say you are a doctor. You have two patients. One is asthmatic. One is, let's say, one has ulcer. You know you are going to recommend food for both of them, right? And food that they should avoid. Why are they avoiding those food? The food that they are to avoid, the food is not responsible for the development of the ulcer and the asthma. Just that the food will aggravate the effect and the work of the ulcer and the asthma. The same thing. Now, if you relate it to Africans, we Africans are already dubious people. We are always looking for how to cut corners, how to dupe the other person. And the funny thing is that we do it to our own self. When you see your fellow African progressing, you are looking for ways to bring him or her down. So what I'm trying to say is that no European, no Western or IMF, World Bank can assess this country, can assess Africa without the aiding, without the help of African people. Look at Niger, for instance. Look at Burkina Faso. Look at Mali. They team up to kick out France. Once we are together with one accord, with one mentality, these guys can't do anything. We understand that they force OBJ to create all these EFCC and all like that. But we understand that even these EFCC guys, they are adults. They are adults. They are people's father, people's mother. They understand what they are doing. That these Westerners are using them to oppress their own people, and they are willing to do it with everything in them. Because they made themselves available. They are not interested in working for the interests of the African people. They are not interested. Let's come back to ourselves now. Look at the elections that we've conducted over the years. Is it the IMF or World Bank that is telling core members, returning officers, INEC, ADOC staff and INEC staff to rig election in the favor of criminals? Professors and lecturers will come from universities to come and rig election for known criminals. People who forge results. So what authority does that professor has to go and invigilate exam in the classroom? When you are done, as a matter of fact, as we are talking now, these criminals will still go to the university, buy results. When they are done, buy results, they'll come and contest for election. You know they are criminals. And at the end of the day, you come and rig election in their favor. Now let's talk about the Nigerian populace, Nigerian people. As I'm talking to you now, okay, OBJ came out some other time and he said he was trying to advise the then president-elect, President Goodluck Jonathan, was trying to tell him that don't ever listen, don't ever say no to World Bank and IMF, and don't enforce their policies. Now, we as the Nigerian people, we are now aware that the World Bank, IMF, and Britain are our enemies. What are we doing about it? Our youth are still gathering millions of naira to run over there. As I'm talking to you now, if you go to the Nigerian society, the high level of disregard for anything and everything in Africa will baffle you. We disregard everything and anything in Africa. Even as I'm talking to you now, our youth are aware that, okay, these people, this is the harm Britain, IMF, World Bank, they are causing to the country. But what are we doing about it? We are online looking for the next person that the very dark man we drag, looking for the next thing, looking for what Yabo Ojo has replied, looking for meaningless and nonsense cruise videos. I've never in my life seen where laughter and cruise had solved any political problem other than intentional planning over the time, over the years. As I'm talking to you now, videos like this won't trend. I've been on Twitter for a while now. Whenever I see political videos trying to sensitize the public, you see such videos having just 7,000 likes, 1,000 likes, 2,000 likes. But let it be a cruise video. You will see 1 million, 300,000 likes, 2 million likes. Content creators who are only giving you cruise, you promote them, you engage their content. By the time you give them fame, when they are now household name in the country, you now want them to automatically, attack government. When anything happens, you start commenting under their comment section. Are you not see what is happening in the country? Please, say something about it. Say something about it. Hold on. Didn't you know that content creator is just a cruise creator before you guys were busy giving him or her fame? People who are not addressing any issue in the country, all they do is laughter, produce laughter videos. Not that anything is bad about it. But when we make it our priority, it means we don't know what we are doing. Then you end up giving people who are only, uploading meaningless content, provided you laugh. When you are done promoting such people, tomorrow to come now, you now be dragging them to come and address political issues. Didn't you know that this content creator is not a political person before you guys gave him fame? And people who are bold enough, who are courageous enough to talk to government, when you see their content, you let it go. At every tiny time, we want to blame Britain, we want to blame France, we want to blame World Bank. So before any European, be it anybody, can eat into Africa or Nigeria, it is our own fellow black people that is, helping them about. You want to talk about the illegal oil wells in the Niger Delta, illegal bunkering sites in the Niger Delta, illegal mining sites in the west, illegal mining sites in the north, all manners of illegal activities going on. It's your fellow Nigerian. Before you start blaming the Chinese, blaming this one, talk to your people. We are too self-centered. We are too greedy. Provided that thing, it will put some millions in my hand, I will not think of what this thing I'm about to do will do to my fellow black neighbor. No, we are not interested. All we are interested in, let the money come. Because we know we will be worshipped, we will be celebrated when we are able to make the money. This is the mentality of Africans. We need to work on this. It's not to drag anybody. Even if we divide now, we go on the regional government. The same people who are heading the country right now, they will go to the different regions they came from. And they will still be the one to head their region. It will still be the same thing. Except the populace, the electorate, rise up to their duty. We are failing. It's not just the government that is failing. The citizen, everything. And I say, like this, we know they pray, I don't feel for you, I beg.